What's up? Welcome to the Saturday edition of At the Buzzer Live. Kristen here, and to my left, Micah Peters, senior writer for Fox Sports. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, this is very exciting. We are going to talk upsets in March Madness. We're going to talk about the Warriors. We're going to talk about what KD is saying.
We're going to talk about it all.
We're going to talk about it all. And I've got some opinions. I know you have some opinions. But before we do that, we want you guys to share this post. Go and share the video. And if you do, we are doing a special thing where we spotlight a random person who shared our video from yesterday. So, Micah, tell me if you think this is cool or creepy. I don't know. I think it's cool. Maybe a little bit of both. I don't know. But right now we have our sharer from yesterday. We went and randomly picked someone who shared our video. And today's spotlight is on a guy named Craig Reamy, and he watches this live stream a lot. We randomly picked him. He is a University of Virginia fan, and myself being a UNC fan, I will forgive him for that. I'll let it go. But we know he watches a lot. And he shared the video with all of his followers yesterday, so we appreciate it. So thanks, Craig.
Thank you, Craig.
Thank you, Craig.
Much appreciated.
And if you share today's, then we'll do the same thing tomorrow. So we're just trying to spotlight some of the people that are watching. We appreciate it. So let's get into it, shall we? Let's do it. Okay. So we almost had a really big upset happen. At least I like to think. Maybe it wasn't that close, but Yale got pretty close to giving Duke a run for its money.
Yeah, but the thing is that, like, for a game between Duke and Yale, a lot of stupid stuff was happening down the stretch. If we're being real about
Two smart schools, there was some stupid stuff going on.
But it was close. I think that, well, I mean, I love upsets in March Madness because when I don't have a vested interest, I actively root for chaos. Mm-hmm. So...
Well, that's the question. So upsets in March Madness. Love it or hate it? You love it.
I love it. I love it because it's just like seeing something that's not supposed to happen or something that's virtually statistically impossible almost, except for, you know, when it's a 12 and a 5 seed, that almost always happens.
Yeah, I always pick the wrong ones in my bracket, by the way. Then it's just
Who'd
totally...
you pick?
I don't remember. I filled my bracket out in 5 minutes, but I remember the two... Were there two already? Were there two this...
Yes.
I picked the other two. So,
okay.
yeah, that always happens to me. I always mess it up. I'm like, oh, I'm going to pick two 12 versus 5 upsets, and I always pick the wrong ones. So, that's tough for me. But, yeah, like, when else is everyone collectively watching Middle Tennessee, rooting for them? Like, you're never going to find that excitement.
Screaming at the TV for Middle Tennessee to pull it off.
But, you know, some people root for their brackets. Like, that is a thing. Like, some people... You know, like you've obviously, a lot of people had Michigan State, like, winning, and some people did not want that to happen. So I love it. Let's see what everyone else is saying.
Helen's sad. I don't know why Helen is sad.
Why is Helen sad?
Why are you sad, Helen?
Matt says, yeah, he loves it. It's what makes the tourney great. Although Terrence said that, you know, you can lose money off of it. So. What, Jacob?
I think it makes it great, too.
I think it makes it great. The only time is, like, if someone's got a lot of money riding on, like, if that's your number, like, a lot of people have Michigan State to win, you know? So, yeah. But I don't feel bad for you if you did. Too bad. You should have picked UNC. Okay, next question.
I feel your pain because I picked Michigan State.
Did you? But were you, so that's your bracket, but you were still rooting for Middle Tennessee in the moment?
You know, there was a lot of cognitive dissonance going on because, like, I wanted the minnow to win, but at the same time, I wanted my bracket to still be correct. So
head versus heart type of a thing?
It was very difficult for me. It was a trying time.
You had a nice little introspective moment, though. Cognitive dissonance.
Yes.
Okay, so next question. Love it or hate it? After the Warriors win over the Mavericks last night, Steve Kerr was talking about tonight's big game versus the Spurs.
Right.
And he said, if I had any guts, I'd sit everybody. Love it or hate it that he said that?
Hate it.
Okay, why?
Because, I mean, if it's going to be an empty gesture, don't even bring it up.
Like stick to your guns if you're going for it?
You know, commit to it. Just steer into the skid. It's literally like two actual planets colliding, considering the Spurs are undefeated at home and the Warriors are the Warriors. I think that they have like a combined record of 120 and 16 losses.
Yeah. I mean, no one's talking about the Spurs, by the way. You know what I mean?
They're quietly an unstoppable juggernaut. But I mean, you know, don't ruin the fun for everybody. Just play all of your players. You'll be fine.
Craig agrees with you. Craig, who we just shouted out. Craig, if you were just joining us, by the way, we showed your picture up here because you shared this post yesterday, so go check that out. Craig agrees with you that he hates it. Monterell makes a good point. It was a low-key shot at Coach Pop, which I think we can all agree with.
Yeah,
for sure.
Definitely.
I'm kind of with you, though. I think that if this is your track and you are unabashedly going for this record, just stay with it. Say that's what you're doing.
Do it.
Do you think, though, that this is going to have, so they are going for this record, and, Pop gets some flack sometimes for, sitting his players in big games, but at the, when it comes to the playoffs, they're always ready to go. So do you think this is going to hurt the Warriors when it comes down to it, like when it matters in the playoffs, that they're going this hard every game?
I don't think so. I think they'll be fine in the postseason. I think that we all need to stop worrying about the Warriors in the postseason. I think they'll be just fine.
It's crazy because there's like so much conventional wisdom that, sitting your players, it makes a lot of sense, but they seem to defy all expectations.
You can't apply like normal logic to the Warriors because, it's literally impossible to talk about them without using hyperbole or suggesting the military experimentation or actual magic. So
yeah, and we talked to Harrison Barnes. We were there at Super Bowl week, and we talked to him then, and I said, what does the Bulls record mean to you? Like, are you really going for it? And I expected him to be like, we're just taking it day to day. You know how they always say those things.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh yeah. He was like, we it's a thing. Like, we care about it. The coach cares about it. So that's why I kind of agree with you. I kind of hate Steve Kerr's statement where he said, if I have any guts, I would sit everybody, because it's like, you're clearly going for this. Let it happen. Yeah. Admit it. The longer you go undefeated, Christopher says, the longer you go undefeated, the harder teams play you. Arlen says, Coach Pop has an older team. He understands that and has to have them ready for the playoffs. That's a good point, Arlen.
Very good point.
Yeah. The Warriors definitely aren't old. All right, so we hate that. Sorry, Steve Kerr. We love you most of the time, but we're not fans of your statement. All right, the next question I want to ask you about, I think you have strong feelings because I know you just published the article on Fox Sports. Russell Okung, this is a really weird story in my opinion, so I need you to break it down for everyone too, because I bet a lot of people haven't heard about this yet. So he negotiated his own contract, and he's getting no money guaranteed.
$53 million. And not
$53 million.
in large air quotes, $53 million without a single penny of it being guaranteed. And he negotiated that for himself. The contract is also full of team options, so they can choose to renew or not renew him anytime they please. And basically they're giving him $1 million to show up and work out like in the off season, and then
but that's not bad. I mean, that's still $1 million. I mean, $1 million is a lot to me.
Yeah, but the thing is that if you're an offensive tackle, right? Well, if you're a football player, period, you're betting that you're going to stay healthy. And that's difficult if you're an offensive tackle. Like, that injuries happen all the time. So you could be seeing $4 million of that $53 million, or you could be seeing all 53.
Yeah. And like you said, with the team option. So I think the crazy thing is that he was like, no, I got this. Like, I don't need an agent. I'm going to negotiate this myself. And he kind of came out and was like, I got this 5 years, $53 million, but that's not, like you said, that's not at all. He made it sound one way. And that's not at all how it happened. And it kind of reminds me when I go to the car dealership and I'm like, I just need to get my oil changed. And they come back and they're like, you need like new tires, and I know deep down that I'm not getting the best deal, but I don't know enough about it. And I kind of feel like that's what's going on with Russell Okung, is like, he's like, okay, I got this. And then he's in there and he's like, I don't got this. Like, I don't got this at all. I guess I'll just take what they offer me.
I mean, it's like coming out of the timeout and having 24 seconds left on the shot clock and jacking up a shot from half court and airballing it. It's awful.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I don't know. Being your own agent, love it or hate it in that sense. Like, just that part of it, being your own agent.
Being your own agent, and that's like, if we're going off of the Okung story, is not I hate it. Bad thing.
If you don't know what you're doing.
If you don't know what you're doing.
And then getting $53 million with zero guaranteed. I'm guessing you also hate it.
Yes, I absolutely hate that.
I wonder how he really feels about it deep down. If he went home and he was like, "It's a good day," or he's just like, "Holy, you know what? I don't like it. That's tough. That is a tough deal."
It's hard for me to imagine that he walked out of the boardroom and was like, "Yes."
You think he was just like, he got out of there and he was like, should have just paid someone the 10%. Should have just paid someone the 10% to do this for me.
You know, at that point, it's worth it.
And so that article is that you just wrote is on foxsports.com right now. So go check it out because there's a lot more Micah has to say about it. And just when you read the breakdown is really interesting, like all the options and stuff. It doesn't look good for Russell. Okay, I want to get your opinion on this because this is also a report on foxsports.com. Kevin Durant reportedly wants the LeBron treatment during free agency. Love it or hate it. And by that, you know, as I'm sure everyone remembers, he wants to be wooed. He wants to have every team trying to entertain him. You know, you remember LeBron, they all put the pitches out. People were flying places. You know, I'm sure offering him things, and I mean, it was a huge deal. And the last time Kevin Durant renewed, he basically just put it out on his Twitter. He was like, "Hey guys, I'm so excited that I'm going to be coming back to the Thunder," and they basically have said, the reports say that is not happening. He wants the full treatment.
Yeah,
love it or hate it.
It's not going to be any sort of thing about love y'all for real.
No, it's gonna be whose private plane can I go on next.
I mean, like, from a personal standpoint, I would do the exact same thing.
Me too.
I would absolutely do that. Spending other people's money is so much fun. So, I mean, I'm not mad at it. I love it.
So is Joseph. You see that comment?
Joseph says, yeah, love it because every free agent deserves to get wooed. It's right. I mean,
with 3 O's. I appreciate the emphasis.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
But Howard, on the other hand, says, hate it. He wants to be LeBron so bad. And Salim says, hate it, but it's his choice. Christopher says, how true is that? It doesn't seem like Durant is that type. And I get that because Durant he's very involved in the community there. He always projects this nice guy thing. But I think, like we both said, like everyone who's watching, be honest. If you knew that you were going to make this decision anyway, and there are people that were like, hey, whatever you want, we'll fly you around, we'll take you wherever you want to go, what are you looking for? You would do it, right? You would do it.
Come on.
I mean, look, we all want to say we hate it. Yes, but we all have to admit, I would totally do it. I would be like, where can we go? Like Vegas tonight? Sure. You know, like Paris tomorrow? Absolutely. Why not? I'm doing it. So I say, yeah, Christopher said he cried for his team. He did. That was a beautiful speech that he gave.
It was touching. It was heartfelt and everything else. But, you know, all of the abstract concepts of loyalty is never going to make people start like hating money. So and being told that you're the best and that everyone wants you. You know. That's what everyone's kind of just saying. Like Jeff Peacock says everyone would. I agree with you, Jeff.
Yeah, William Marshall says I'm in. And someone had just said I missed the name, but they said this is only going to happen once. Like why not take advantage of it?
Yeah.
Hopefully he Snapchats that the whole way or Facebook Lives it or something because I want to see what he's getting up to. But yeah, I kind of like it because I think that maybe the articles that come out about it will be like, oh, look at what he's trying to do. But like we would all do it. Yeah. We would all do it.
Absolutely.
You know, KD, if you need any company, if you want to document what's going on, like we're here for you. If you want to take us,
holler.
Yeah, let us know. So yeah, I love it. I think the majority of people I saw love it. I mean, a couple of people said that they hate it and they thought it was, a little much, but most people love it. We know. Okay, so you're a basketball guy.
Right.
For the last love it or hate it question, we got to get your reaction. So we did this video today, and it's going to be on At the Buzzer later. I want to get your reaction of this defender. This defender just knows he's beat. What do you think of this? He just lays down and puts his hands up. He's just done.
Oh, man. Oh.
Do you love it or do you hate it? Because on the one hand, he knows. He's like, I can't do anything about that.
love it and hate it are just so, those are two extremes.
Well, then tell us what you feel about it.
Like,
Let us know.
I appreciate the fact that he knows that ball is life, and at this exact moment right here, he realizes that his life is now over. It's one of those things that you just have to commit. The surrender cobra to end all surrender cobras.
Mm-hmm. He just knows, like in that moment, he just...
You know, it's giving up the ghost. I mean, this is a mismatch. Look at that, like, his feet are...
He doesn't move that way.
You know, it's just, he's not built like that.
He doesn't, he's like, what did I get my, oh no, oh, it's over. I could watch that all day. I could legitimately...
For the rest of the day, I might just do this, sit here and watch this video.
William loves it. Howard hates it. He says that's embarrassing. Howard says he thinks he made it worse. I kind of love it. I personally, just
Think
for
about
me,
it this
I
way.
love it.
Like, it brings up metaphysical questions. Do we love it because, you know, he gave up, or do we love it because now we have this video to enjoy for the rest of forever?
Both. I specifically look at all of these questions through the lens of, like, how does this make my life better? So I love it because I get to Absolutely. I love it because for me, it's great. It's made my day better. You're being too nice. You're thinking too much about this poor guy.
You know, I feel bad because, I mean, like, you've been on the receiving end of a crossover. It's just...
I certainly would not. I certainly would stand no chance.
I mean, like, nowhere that it got videotaped and it could get out and people could see it, but it happened once and only once.
Did you do that?
No, I didn't.
Michael said, love it when you get crossed. There's nothing you can do but just be there and take it because everyone already saw it. So, yeah, I don't like when people try to pretend like it didn't happen. Like, they go back, like they're just, like, doing something else, like
it's
some of
just like
this. Or like
you get crossed over and fall on the ground and knock out 10 quick push-ups.
Yeah. You just, you're like, no, it's fine. I don't even know what happened.
Yeah. I meant to be down.
You throw out, like, a cartwheel after it. It's like, no, that doesn't count. We got to show it one more time. Please do.
I don't think he's playing college ball.
We feel bad because we're showing it again, and clearly this is not the highlight of his life, but it's too good not to. I
just want to know, like, if that was actually what was going through his mind.
He was just like, oh, life's over. And then to make it worse, there was a great pass for a really awesome dunk right after that. That was too much, you know, to show you that all at once because this is so bad. Like, it didn't get better for him that entire game.
It would have been better if he would have just shot the three from right there, sank it, and did the little Sean Kemp point to him on the ground.
J Money wants a shout out from you. You got to say hey to J Money.
Shout out J Money. Shout out to you.
So I think that's going to conclude our inaugural. This was the inaugural edition of Love It or Hate It. We've never done that before, and thank you for playing with us.
Thank you for having me.
On this Saturday. Yeah.
About the game, love it or hate it.
Do you love the game? You want to talk really getting introspective. Love it or hate it? The game, love it or hate it?
I live a lot of my life in the gray area. I don't know if I love it.
We're making you make some hot takes.
This is very tough.
I know.
But I will say that I love this game.
Thank you. I feel like that took a lot for you.
It was the most generous I'm capable of being.
Inside, he's like, I didn't really like it that much. It's whatever. It's a good way to pass 20 minutes. Thank you guys all for playing, too. And again, share this post because we are going to spotlight randomly one of our sharers. So go share this video. Show everyone that you're watching. They can come hang out with us, too. And tomorrow we'll have another spotlight. Like today it was Craig. He saw his nice little picture up on the screen. And we will be back tomorrow, same time. We are doing this 7 days a week as much as we can now. So we will see you then.